What's up, New World fans? Coffee Noob here with another episode of Coffee Noob TV. Today we're going to watch the dev update that literally just dropped. I'm excited about this. It's the December 2023 update. What I'm hoping we get is a roadmap. I don't know if that's going to happen, but the title is What's Next for New World? So let's go. Let's find out.
Hello, everybody. We are here today to give you an update on New World. I am joined by Scott and Dave. And behind the camera is the puppet master, Mr. Lovin, who did an amazing job on the last video. Thank you. And Chuck.
He's like, I know that guy's name. I don't know the other dude's name. Awkward. He's the boss, though, right? So I guess it doesn't matter.
Today, I know there's big expectations for us to come out with a roadmap. In full disclosure, we are going to give you some information on what's coming, but it's not going to be the full 2024 roadmap.
Damn it. Not surprised. Scott Lane, for that, I'm going to leave your face frozen like this for about 2 more seconds. Okay.
For what it's worth, 2024 is a big year. We have massive expectations for the year and a lot we're working on. The thing is, we're going to wait a few months to give you a lot of that details because quite frankly, we announced the full roadmap last year for 2023, and we missed a lot of stuff near the end because the longer term prediction it's hard, especially when you're adding big chunks of work. So our plan today is to give you a lot of information on what's coming between now and May, and then in May we're going to do another one of these, and we're committing right now to telling you everything that you're going to get for the rest of the year. And like I said, we have a lot planned this year, so we're pretty excited.
All right, that's cool. I'm not as mad at you anymore. So we have at least almost half a year, right? We're going to get now, and that's understandable. They don't want to tell us the entire year, and then, things are going to change for sure. So I get that. All right. And we all know it already happened this year, right? So
excited about it.
Big announcements.
Huge. But with that, let's dive into what's coming up in the short term. So this first one we've talked about a fair amount already, so I'll go pretty quickly on it. It's cross-world expeditions with improved group finder. I think this is going to change the game. I think just finding groups faster is what we all want.
One click to get in, no linking gear, nothing, one click.
So we already knew about this. It was supposed to come out in season 4. It got delayed. Are they telling us when it's coming out, or are they just telling us, yeah, it's coming? Because we already knew that.
Click and I'm in. That's the goal here. Get you into the content quick and have fun.
And rewards for helping other people too is going to be huge.
Yeah, especially for the harder to find, I'm not saying tanks or healers are hard to find, but they'll get extra rewards if they...
They usually are. DPS sometimes. Few and far between. I'll actually see people looking only for DPS.
Deem it appropriate. We have 8 new artifacts coming out. You guys have a favorite?
I have a non-favorite. It's called the Bolt Caster. Can we have a Bolt Caster that actually does cool stuff with the bolt? Can we have it do splash damage so I can use it in PvE against Lazarus and all the ancients and stuff? That would be really cool, actually. Or maybe it can, I don't know, just actually kick ass. Why can't I have a gem in there either?
You go first.
Okay. My favorite's going to be, I think it's called Tempest Fury. And it's the Great Axe where you just get to keep spinning and spinning and spinning in your whirlwind, and it's going to be awesome.
I like that.
So that sounds to me, yeah, like a whirlwind, like you said, like barbarian mode in Diablo or something like that, right? That sounds cool. I wonder how long it's going to last for. There's got to be obviously a limit. You can't just do it forever. I wonder if it's going to be based on stamina or something, since you more than likely won't be using mana at all, I'm assuming. We'll see.
And it's important to note, it's the second Great Axe we've had. So a couple weapons we're doing a second version of, but we're doing a different gameplay element, versus Abyss. My favorite is actually a pair of gauntlets, where as you use them, you get these stacks that make your heavy attacks more powerful. So it sort of changes the game. It's very good for people that do lots of heavy attacks.
You get that momentum going.
Yeah, and it can be used if you're a fireball guy with those heavy, or bow, lots of opportunities.
Oh, bow. Okay, I like that. So that's kind of cool, actually, because for those that do PvE, you want to break people's or the enemy's stamina bar, right? Because the ones that you can see the stamina bar on, if you break it, they get staggered and you get basically free DPS, right? You're helping the healer out and the tank as well. They're not, that enemy's no longer doing any damage at all. You can burn it down, hopefully. The fact that your heavy attacks will start gaining even more power makes that all the better. Hell yeah, I like it.
I was thinking melee for some reason.
Yeah, no, but it affects all heavy attacks.
That's dope.
All right, we have another one of our season trials coming out. This one is a 10-person one. It's the Winter Rune Forge, and we actually, we played it today.
Yeah.
The Winter Rune Forge. Okay, cool. Seasonal trial. I never played the Hatchery one. I think that's what it was called, right? Because I quit during season 2. So this is exciting. I definitely wanted to do that. Pretty much from my understanding, there's no reason to do that anymore, right? I think you can get Dark Matter maybe, or maybe it's only from the raid. So really not a lot of people are doing it. So let's see what this is all about.
And it's pretty cool. It's hard. It's difficult right now. We'll see if it eases up a little bit by the time we ship, but it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I think what I like about these pieces of content is it's 10-person. They don't take super long, right? Like the goal of these is that you can get, in and out in sort of 10 to 15 minutes once you learn the mechanics.
Nice.
And I think especially the final fight in this, we literally just played a review of it today. Like it's very mechanic rich, lots of things for everyone to do, important coordination. I think it's just a fun trial.
And it's nice, as these get further into the release, people can start pugging them, and it becomes more doable. And it's another fun on-demand moment.
And I think this is the second time we've done a seasonal trial, and I think with the Hatchery, I think it was super fun content, but the rewards, let's just say we're lacking.
They weren't worth the time you had to put in to get them.
Again, I didn't do the Hatchery or season 2 at all, so I don't know what the rewards were. But based on this comment alone, I'm assuming that means the next one will be much better. Hopefully that's what we're leading to here with this. Let's see what he says.
So we learned that, and we're really pushing the rewards. I think one of the things we'll do is we used to have a reward for the first 7 times you did it a week. That number is going to come down a lot, like into the 1 to 3 range, so we can really punch up the rewards.
Okay, cool. That's cool. I'd rather get 1 to 3 really good rewards versus 7 shitty ones. So that's awesome. Hell yeah, that's a W.
Cool.
We have some seasonal events coming. You want to walk us through those, Dave?
Yeah, we have a couple returning ones and some new ones. So Legacy of Crassus will be coming back. We have a brand new one called You're a Dragon that I think will be great. And then some other returning favorites.
You're a Dragon? Is that what he said? Okay.
Rabbit's Revenge, Springtide Bloom.
So he said Legacy of Crassus, right? I believe that's after the winter one. And I'm looking forward to that one because you get a mining pickaxe from what they said in the last dev update. And I want one. And supposedly you could possibly roll Biss. So that would be poggers. And also I want the skin from it. So it's cool. All I do is mine and that's what I want.
Obviously with these, the game has changed. So the reward schemes and all these will change. So those are some of the cool events coming up.
Yeah, and we're going to do
the Rabbit Revenge one is cool. I'm hoping that they allow us to get another chest because if you haven't done them, you kill rabbits basically and hope that you get a chest. It's the best storage chest basically in the game. I think maybe the second best, but it's pretty awesome because they can get to be very expensive. And if you can get enough of them, put them in your homes, you got a lot of storage. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Forged in Eternum episode, I believe, Mr. Levin, on Year of the Dragon, coming up very soon. He gave the thumbs up, so that's a yes.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, are we going to get any more info on that? But apparently they're saving it for the next Forged in Eternum, so that's cool. I definitely am interested.
I can't get him on camera again, but we'll keep trying. Of course, there's going to be more seasons passes and rewards for every season.
Mm-hmm. I'm just noticing this. You see to, I guess it would be our left, Scott Lane's right. Is that salt, like the Azoth salt, the vials of salt? Or is that, because it looks like salt to me. That's pretty dope if it is.
The MSQ is going to be finished, and this was one of those that I mentioned earlier that we were hoping to have done in 23, but it's going to move into the first part of 24.
Honestly, like their whole backdrop is really cool and unique. I love it that they brought all that stuff that's New World related like that. It looks really nice.
It's something we're really excited about, and I think it's going to be. It's a different experience now leveling than it was 2 years ago when we launched.
Are you re-rolling a new character to play the whole experience through?
Sorry, I was distracted. So they're talking about the MSQ clearly. I'm very excited. I was distracted by the vial of Azoth salt. That's all I'm looking at. I'm doing a reaction to what they're talking about. I'm like, hey, you guys noticed that salt over there? Anyway, I'm excited about the MSQ update because if you leveled in the beginning of this game, it absolutely sucked. I'm willing to re-roll a character. We're going to see what Scott says. I'm willing to re-roll a character because I just want to experience it all from start to finish, and I have been waiting for that. So it's good to hear that they're finally finishing it.
At least one, yeah, at least one, yeah.
At least one, okay.
And
That said, I am not going to switch my weapons up because I want to actually know what I'm doing. I'm not going to try and learn anything else because I'm lazy. Bow and spear, baby. We have the janitor, right, where you sweep. We have the enfeebling shish kebab, if we get the perk for it, the skewer. And we have the judo stab a lot. It's the best abilities in the game.
And there's another feature coming out that
Oh.
we haven't talked about yet, which is full gamepad support. We're pretty excited about that. And
Okay.
whoever saw the gamepad up there, one of these episodes, was not totally wrong. But I think
Somebody was paying attention. See, I'm looking at the vial of Azoth salt, and they're looking at or what is it? The tears? I don't know. I don't PvP, so I don't know what the heck it's called, but you know what I mean. Clearly, they're paying attention to that stuff too, like more important things like controller pads. So I wonder if this is going to be like a transition into consoles, or if they're just like, yeah, we're just putting gamepad support into PC. Because from my understanding, a lot of people are kind of like, yeah, it's looking like probably 2024 they're going to do consoles. I don't know if they've ever said anything about going in that direction, but let's see.
it's feeling really good. With the gamepad support, it's going to come some other changes to the game. You want to talk about
Yeah,
those?
absolutely. I mean, I think the idea here is we want to natively support the controller. I think, this will be our version 1. We will continue to improve like the experience, but for version 1, like we're really focused on the gameplay elements, and I think it's playing super well. We have things like lock-on now, which will completely change the way the game plays. We have various assists to make it easier to hit with projectiles and aim on controller. I think it feels good. Some different mappings depending on whether you're range, melee, or how you like to play.
Also, we're doing not just in-game like gameplay support, but we're also doing UI support to make it
This
the
lock-on feature that he's mentioning, I wonder if this is weird. So it's going to only apply to controllers or everybody, and then how would this work in PvE? So because it would be kind of cool to lock onto a target, right? If you're specifically trying to target something, but does that mean things in front of it, all of a sudden you're like, if I shoot an arrow, it's going to go through all that stuff? Because, body blocking still has to be a thing, I would imagine. So, and then aim assist, I don't know. We'll see.
I operate and feel better with it, and I think that's come a long way already.
Yep.
And that's something we'll be looking for a lot of feedback from all the players on, like, how does the controller feel? How can we make it better? Where should we push it? What should we do? Some other stuff we're focusing on, probably the whole year, but I want to like for the first part for sure, performance improvements. We've seen a lot of feedback on performance, and we have a pretty massive efforts going on. So I think you'll see improvements in the first part of the year and more as the year goes on.
Let's hope so, because everyone knows how great they did with season 4, right? I'm going to give them more time, but it's really hard to defend season 4. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of work in that regard, and it's going to be ongoing. But a lot of the initial stuff is targeted to come out with season with that season coming out.
With season 5?
Yeah.
You're going to see some more combat balance improvements. We're hearing a lot of the feedback. Just remember, if we hear it, it doesn't mean we and all the players agree with it. So a lot of times we'll see hey, the fire staff is way too weak. And then the next one will say, hey, it's way over.
Who the hell has ever said that? Fire staff's way too weak. Have you gone to OPR? I don't go to OPR anymore because fire staff's not way too weak. I'm not even in the flamethrower range and I'm still dead.
Overpowered, I know.
Okay, we haven't heard that in a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, but as an
It's
example,
overpowered.
I'm trying to be very extreme.
Yeah.
But you often we see conflicting reports on stuff, so we have to rely on the telemetry in many cases to look at it and say what people are using, what's their success rate, and this and that helps drive the changes. But we do hear it all.
I'll tell you what people are using: Pestilence, Abyss, and fire staffs. That's pretty much it. And then you have rangers and musket users that are sniping. So,
and then we're two other big efforts for 2024 goals for the year are bug fixing. We know that we have a lot of bugs in the game still. We think we've done a pretty good job of improving it, but not anything that we're totally happy with yet. So we're going to continue to make that a huge focus, and we're probably even bigger than it's been. So our goal is to push that curve angle way down.
okay, can we not only fix the bugs, but I don't know if this would be considered a bug. However, can we get the nodes that are sometimes not seeable? They're like supposed to be there, and maybe they are, but they're behind a mountain wall or something, you know? And then definitely a bug is when you approach a node and you can't mine it, or you can't chop the tree down, and you just swing at it and nothing happens. Yeah, we got to fix that.
And then more quality of life stuff. And some of that just comes naturally with the controller. Adding the controller, we want to make sure it's easier to move around and play the game. So you're going to see a lot more of that coming.
Salvage all. Ooh, I love that season.
Salvage all is cool as hell, but be careful. Mouse over all your crap first, lock what you want, and then do it. Because like when you pull up the list, right? Let's say you're working on your weapons and you pull up the list and you're like, all right, tick common, tick green, or uncommon, gray, blues, right? Purples, and all that stuff. Once you click confirm, it salvages everything. At first, I thought you click confirm and it's like confirming your selection of things that you're picking. No, it doesn't. It just deletes it all. So be careful with that if you haven't, done it yet.
Poor feature.
But I think the takeaway
it's a great improvement,
we
though.
have is come back in May to this video, because we're going to make we're going to have a lot to talk about in May. And I wish I could spill the beans now, but I'd get in trouble, so I can't. But we're really, really excited about it, and it's huge. At this point, we're going to say, hey, everyone, put your questions here in the comments, because tomorrow, being the day after we air this, we're going to be filming the community Q&A.
Hell yeah. I got to think of some questions. I bet they're going to be brutal after what happened with season 4. I bet they're going to be brutal. It probably won't be questions. It'll just be comments. It's going to be interesting. I mean, obviously it's at their discretion which ones they show, but they've been pretty good about showing some of the ones that are pretty mean. So we'll see.
Anything else either of you want to add?
You guys have comments. I don't know. I mean, obviously go there first, but maybe share it with me and my comments on this video. And then maybe we could I'll be like, oh, that's a really good question. And maybe if enough of us ask the same thing, they'll definitely look at it. Right.
See our shirts, how festive we are?
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
They're very cozy and warm.
I think that's it. I hope you all have
There's like a subtle awkwardness to all these people. I mean, I guess that's normal, but that's cool.
fantastic holiday. Stay warm, stay healthy, and we will see you all in Eternum.
Yeah, I don't care if they're awkward. I still like them. I just want a good game, right? New World's a good game. They need to make it better, and I'm hoping they will over the course of 2024. Hoping it's going to get a lot better. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. That was cool. We got some updates. I understand that they didn't want to go the full year, right, with the roadmap, an entire roadmap for the full year, because it's really hard to commit to something like that. So that's definitely understandable. Hopefully in May we get a lot more. Scott Lane sounded like he was pretty excited about the stuff they want to dish out and talk about, and he said he couldn't. So it'll be interesting to see for sure. Tell me what you guys thought of this. Are you happy? You excited at all? Let me know in the comments. And as always, if you enjoyed my content, like and follow, and I'll see you at the next one. Coffee Noob is out.